Hello everyone, my name is Esperanza Rangel and this is Saucy Bass Talk. You already know this is your Saucy Bass Talk intro. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and yeah, enjoy. So I went on Instagram and I asked you guys, what bass should I get next? Why? Because I want to have a new bass. I mean, I have this beautiful Fender over here and you can never ever go wrong with the Fender, but I do want to retire this bass just for a little bit, just so that I could use it maybe just for recording. Also, the tone on this bass is very specific and I don't always want to use it in every single gig that I go to, so I just want to kind of venture out a little bit. So I went onto Instagram and asked you guys, what bass should I get next? You guys had pretty interesting answers, so I'm gonna go ahead and see what you guys thought I should get. So the first one was Andres Vargas. Shout out to Andres, he's a dope musician. He said Smith, so a Ken Smith. I actually had the honor to record a few tracks with a Ken Smith and that bass plays like butter. I mean, I don't know if it's specifically that bass, but I mean, Ken Smith overall really great, but that Ken Smith, magical. That is a good option. I would love to have a Ken Smith, but I don't think my wallet can have a Ken Smith right now. Gary says RKM. I actually wasn't too familiar with this brand. I feel a little bit ashamed of it because when I went to look at them, I was like, oh, they're pretty nice. So they look really nice, but I don't think I will get that one. Maybe I need to try it out and see what's the tone of it or what's the sound of it and see if I like it, but not too sure. Carmelo Sotelo, he says, not a Music Man. This is funny that you say this because I would never dream of getting a Music Man. In my experience, no hate to Music Man people, but I don't like Music Man basses. I jammed out on a few and I never liked it. Maybe in the exception of Rudy Barreto's bass, just because I jammed out on that bass before and it's better than other Music Mans that I've heard or played. But don't worry, Carmelo, I will not get a Music Man. It's just not in my plans. He does say F bass. Yeah, that is a big possibility. Fodera basses are beautiful. Same thing, my wallet might not like it, so I don't know if right now it's the bass that I'm gonna get. And keep in mind, I'm trying to get a bass that I could just take at every single gig. So if I was to get it like a Ken Smith or F bass, I would probably just do the same thing as I am trying to do with my Fender, which is keep it at home and just play it for you guys when I make covers or things like that, but not like to take it on my gigs or to take it for travel. Junior from Los Alvarados says Bajoloche. I think he's referring to like an acoustic bass, which it's not a bajoloche, it's an acoustic bass, people. But I had one and I ended up just giving it away because I never used it. I bought it for a video and I never did that video. Not for me to play bajoloche, but just for me to make a skit on it. And I didn't do it and I just had no reason to keep that bass. So I donated it. I don't even know what I did with it. This next person, Bentai Bass, I guess that's how he says it. He says Fodera. Okay, so 2 for Foderas. And then Carmelo Sotelo again says Ken Smith. So 2 Ken Smith, 2 Foderas, same idea. It's on my list. They're on my list. We have Tolo Lokio. I cannot ever pronounce this Instagram name, but he says Spector. So I went and researched the Spectors and they look pretty dope. Same thing, I would have to try it out. I never had tried it out, so I don't know if I would like the sound or the tone. Maybe I'll do a little bit more research on those and see. Good suggestion though. El Roqueño says Warwick. We are not gonna do a Warwick. I don't like Warwicks. So if you guys are familiar with La Casa del Perro, I have told this story so many times. I think I should shut up about it already, but I haven't shut up about it. A few years ago, I actually entered a raffle at Casa del Perro and I won a Warwick. And it wasn't like the higher end Warwicks. It was like one of the lower end Warwicks. And I hated that bass. Horrible sound, no volume. And you may say, hey, like maybe you should have changed the preamp or I don't know. No, I just didn't like it. I didn't like any of it. I didn't like how it looked. I never liked how they look. I'm sorry. And you know, some people say like, ah, pero si me lo dieran gratis. Well, I did get it for free and I still didn't want it. I'm not gonna lie, I ended up selling it and I just made money on it, and that was that. Sorry, Roqueño, but we're not gonna do a Warwick. And then we have Salva underscore Limon. He says Music Man. Probably not a Music Man. Same thing. Actually, no, if they were to give me a Music Man for free, maybe I would keep it. Maybe. But I don't know. And then we have the last one but not least, which these two possibilities that this person put are really, really, really high on my list. And it would be Sire or Swing guitars. So, okay. Let's talk about Sire. Sire, it is, you know, that brand that actually has the infamous bass player Marcus Miller attached to it, right? So pretty much he didn't create these basses, but the brand Sire contacted him so that he could be the main bass player behind these basses, something like that. But yes, everything is pretty much in accordance to what he wanted, and it's pretty much his brand. But anyways, so that's not the point. The point is that I have played on Sire basses before and they are absolutely great. I love their tone. I love their sound. Like, I love everything about it. The setup, the way they look, I really, really, they're so playable. I don't know why not more people in our genre are jumping on those. And I think I've seen people try to jump on them, but I think in our genre, they're very like brand, like they're very like if everyone's using Fenders, everyone wants a Fender. If everyone's using, like, everyone kind of just follows the trends type of deal. So a lot of people haven't jumped on the Sire trend, but they're missing out, and that's fine, because the people that do own Sires really understand what it is to own a Sire. I really, really want a Sire. And then Swing. So Swing guitars, those are from, I don't want to mess this up, but I think from Korea. And whoa. Okay, so my brother has a Swing bass and I absolutely really, really like it. So he had the preamp changed. He took it down to Juice's Music Shop and they did all the setup for him. And I love that bass. It's one of those basses where the tone is perfect. Like, you could hear the bass really, really, really potent. And then you have the mids are very understandable. And then the heights are even brighter. It's really, really good bass. So honestly, those are my 4 options, would be a Sire or a Swing. Those are like the more realistic basses for me right now, a Sire or a Swing. But then my third maybe bass that I would probably get would be an F bass or a Ken Smith. So those are the ones that are in my mind, but right now promptly a Sire or a Swing. And that was Herman. I forgot to say this, but that was Herman who put that. An excellent bass player. You guys should check him out. But yeah, that's it. So I mean, getting another Fender is a possibility, but I feel like it's the same sentiment where it's like, I just want to have something different, a different tone. And obviously different Fenders are different tones, and I would like to get a P bass eventually and maybe like a Relic or something. But right now, because I am going back into freelancing and I want to just kind of have different basses for depending on the bands that I go with, I think it would be either a Sire or a Swing. Probably both, but I will start with either one of them. If you guys have any other basses that you guys want me to check out, let me know. Hopefully next year I get to go to NAMM again and then I get to try out more basses, and I'll check out the ones that you guys mentioned that I haven't tried out. So that will be another thing. So yeah, this is again Esperanza Rangel. This is Aussie Bass Talk. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment on this video, and let me know if you guys know about any other basses that I should get.